Y'all already know what time it is. It is time for the mess. So let's get into it. What's going on, y'all? This be your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for another episode of Yes for the Mess. Okay, and we are here to talk about Lil Boosie and Lil Nas X and his daddy, honey. Yes, we're here to talk about it. Lil Nas X daddy is not here for Boosie and none of his homophobic remarks. He is not here for the bullshit. But before we get into the main story at hand, we got two other stories that I want to touch on. So we're going to start off with Cynthia Bailey. Now, Cynthia Bailey, as you guys already know, she left the show. And, she just decided that it just wasn't a good fit for her anymore. She wanted to go. It was the best time for her to leave. And, she just wanted to talk about it. Now, she talked about, I think she did an interview with somebody. I don't know who it was, but I got this article from the jasminebrand.com, so we'll figure out who she was talking to. But she did say that her marriage to Mike Hill also played a factor in her leaving the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And she wants to do everything and anything she can to protect her marriage and Mike Hill. And baby, I cannot say that I just don't agree. Like, I do agree. I understand why you want to do that, because you got to keep your shit intact. You got to keep your shit sacred, because sometimes being on these reality shows will fuck your shit up. We already know that. So we're going to get right on into this story. I'm going to go ahead and read this article, and I'm going to give you my opinion on it, as we always do. So here we go, y'all. So former Real Housewives of Atlanta star Cynthia Bailey, age 51, is opening up about her departure from the show and how her marriage was a factor. In season 13 of the Housewives of Atlanta, fans witnessed the reality star and sportscaster Mike Hill tie the knot after he popped the question in season 12. Confessing that her marriage played a role in her decision to leave the Housewives of Atlanta, Cynthia Bailey said recently, "After going through my divorce with my ex, I'm very protective of my second marriage because, I really want it to work. And I want to do everything that I can to protect it and to protect Mike." She continued, "It's a little bit of a slippery slope at times and not always the most positive atmosphere to bring your family and your husband into." Cynthia and her ex-husband, Peter Thomas, married on the Housewives of Atlanta during her first season, but then the ex-couple later divorced in 2016, but Cynthia Bailey says it probably would have happened either way. She added, "Honestly, whether we were on the show or not, I don't think that it would have worked out now. Now, let's be very clear. I don't think being on the show helps your relationship." She continued, "But if your relationship is not solid or there are issues you guys are dealing with, those issues are going to play out whether you're on the show or not. So that's just what it is." Bailey announced that she was leaving the Housewives of Atlanta last month. While she said that her marriage played a factor in it, she made it clear that Mike Hill didn't pressure her to exit the series after 11 seasons. She said, "Mike is supportive either way, but I think that he is very excited for me to be on television in other ways. Something a little less drama based. I just need a little break. Right now, I need a break and I want to focus on some of the other things I've got going on." What are your thoughts on what Cynthia Bailey shared? Okay, so we're going to get right on into it. Now, this is what I got to say about it. Listen, I kind of figured that her marriage to Mike was going to play a part in her decision to leave the show. And I'm not going to lie to you, I don't blame her. Being on reality shows can sometimes kill relationships and it can sometimes kill friendships. We've seen it happen so many times before. And if your foundation is not that strong, it's really going to be a victim to that situation. You just got to be real about it. It can be a victim to it. Reality TV can victimize your situation. It most definitely can. And even though Cynthia wasn't always my favorite on this show, I really do wish her and Mike the best. And I do think that Cynthia is genuinely happy, because I don't think that she was really happy with Peter like that. She was never really happy. They were always going through financial woes. They were always going through some type of drama. There was always some type of scandal going on. So at the end of the day, I don't blame Cynthia for wanting to protect this marriage. Mike Hill is a good man, regardless of his past. I do think that people do change, and some people don't, but I do think that he has changed. I think he really loves Cynthia. I think he's been blowing her back out. I think that she be getting some of the best dick of her life. That's what I believe. And she want to protect that shit. And I don't blame her for wanting to protect it. You know, protect your man, protect your relationship, make it sacred at all costs. Because all I gotta say is I feel the same way. You know, I'm dealing, you know, at the end of the day, my relationship is going to be very private. You know what I mean? Like I have talked about my relationships. I just never talked about certain relationships, you know what I mean? Like I almost said the name, child. But there's some relationships that I've never spoken on camera, but there are some that you've seen. Like you seen me kiss my ex. Well, is he really an ex at this point now? But you see me kiss my um you know what, this ain't that type of video, but you see me kiss somebody on camera. You see me kiss somebody on camera, you know, a long time ago. So I talked about my relationships, and I've let you guys know when I'm in a relationship, and I've even let you guys know when I'm dating somebody. But I know that I got it. I talked to even asked me, would you want to do a couples channel? And I said no. Even asked me, would you want to, you know, let the relationship play out on camera? And I said no. People do not want to see you happy. People want to see you fail. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, they want tea, they want drama, because that's what sells. And I don't want that for my relationship. I would never want that for my relationship, but it is what it is. So, you know, with that being said, more happiness for Cynthia and Mike, more happiness for Cynthia, more happiness for their kids, just more happiness all the way around, because they both deserve it. Their kids deserve it. Their families deserve it. All in all, rest assured, I'm happy for Cynthia and Mike, and I want y'all to continue to be happy. Now we're finna move on to the next story, which is that annoying ass Tammy Rivera. That is one annoying ass bitch. I'm telling you, she's fucking annoying to me. I've never really seen it for Tammy Rivera at all. I just always thought that she was so annoying. Like, she's very much so annoying. But however, Tammy is calling out CBS for racially profiling her. And CBS has said that they will be investigating the situation. Now, I got this article also from the jasminebrand.com. And what I also would say is I think there's some audio out here too that I'm going to play for you guys as well, so you guys can hear it, because she actually recorded herself while she was at the place or whatnot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read this article to you, and then I'm going to play the audio. So just give me a second. Just give me 1 second. I'm trying to go where the audio is, child. I don't know why I didn't think about it at the time. But, you know, the only reason why I'm filming this from StreamYard is because I got to work in the morning, child. I got off work at 9, and it's like 11:46, and I ain't got time to edit tonight. So just to let you guys know, when I film my videos on StreamYard, that means I don't have time to edit. I can just get it, download it, and put it out. Shout out to Jamie That's Me for telling me that when we was at brunch, because I always wanted to know how the fuck she was doing them on StreamYard, but she told me how she was doing them, and I'm so glad that I asked her about that, because this really helps me out on nights like this, when I have to get off at 9 o'clock at night and then go right on back to work at 7 in the morning. This really helps me a lot. So shout out to Jamie That's Me for that. So I see what the audio is, and I'm about to read the article first. So we're going to get into this article, y'all. So let's talk about it. Okay. So Tammy Rivera just wants to shop in peace. On Sunday, October the 24th, rapper Waka Flocka's wife, Tammy Rivera, claimed that CVS Pharmacy, I hate it when it does this, CVS Pharmacy employee racially profiled her while she was shopping, and now CVS is planning to launch an investigation. In a video posted to her Instagram account, the reality star shows herself inside of a DeKalb County GA store, which she says she frequently visits, when the employee allegedly followed Rivera while she shopped. Tammy Rivera claims that the woman yelled at her after Rivera opened a package, causing the two to exchange words before things were escalated and the police were called. After she returned home, in another video, she explained the situation further. Jasmine Brand pisses me off at this website sometimes, y'all. Let me go back to where I was, okay? Hey, y'all, so I'm home and I've calmed down and I'm a lot calmer than I was earlier. I just want to clarify some things to get people to understand why I was so upset. I went inside of CVS tonight because I just left Belize, and I got, if you can see, these mosquito bites, and they itch like hell. So I was like, let me stop by and get some hydrocortisone. And of course, when you go into a store like us, all females, we wind up getting stuff that we don't even need. And I went and grabbed a bonnet and some hair oil, whatever. She continued, but as I walk, I watched this lady watch me through 3 hours, and I watch her stand behind the corner aisle acting like she fixing stuff. I'm watching her this whole time. I'm thinking to myself, look at this goofy back here watching, thinking I'm about to steal stuff, but whatever. I paid it no mind. Not once did she greet me. Not once did she ask me if I needed help with anything. Not once did she say hello, good night. Is there anything I can help you with? Instead, as soon as she saw me do something that she felt wasn't right or against store policy, she said, don't do that. I'm telling you just like that, don't do that, don't. To the point to where I turn around and I'm like, who the hell is you talking to? Describing the exchange between her and the employee, she said, you don't do that. I said, I'm going to pay for this. She said, I don't care. Don't open it. And I said, you need to know what'd she say? I said, you know what? At this point, you need to get out of my face because you're being disrespectful. She followed me through the aisles, and at this point, I'm going off. I ain't gonna lie. She's like, you can leave. And I'm like, well, call the police because I'm not leaving until I pay for my stuff, because then you will say I stole something. Rivera goes on to say, when the woman called the police, she told them that she was a brown woman, citing racial profiling as to why the woman treated her that way. She added, I just want to be treated fairly. I want to be treated like a human being. I don't think I am better than anyone else. I look crazy. I look hit. I don't look like I got anything. That's fine. I'm not trying to look like I'm a regular person too. So I'm not stuck in those special privileges or anything like that. I believe you greet the janitor with the same respect you greet the CEO. You know what I'm saying? That's how I treat everyone in my everyday life. I just wanted to be treated the same as a human. A rep from CVS said that due to its firm non-discrimination policy, investigation into the incident has been launched. It's also important to mention that Rivera also said that she does not want the employee fired, but instead educated. Now, what I'm about to do now is play the audio of her going off in the store from the neighborhood talk, because that's where I got the audio from, child. Okay, now I just had it. Now I gotta go right back and scroll back down to find this shit. Child. This is I wish I could edit this shit out, but I can't. Okay. Well, I can, but I'm not. Okay. So here's the audio. I just found it, and we're about to go right back into it. So here it goes.
CVS. I come here almost every other night. I know every person that works in this store. I came here to get some satin hair wrap and some dew growth oil. She sat here and she watched me on the aisle, acting like she was fixing stuff in the aisle. I'm watching her watch me. I opened the pack. She said, Becky, she's watching me so hard that when I opened this pack, she said, don't do that. I said, who are you talking to? No, I said, who are you talking to? You didn't say please. I said, if I'm buying this, I can do what I want. No, you cannot. Don't do that. I said, you've been watching me this whole, pull the cameras back. And I come in here almost every other night. Every employee who works here knows me, but her. She must be new. But she sat there and watched me on the aisles and told me to not open. And it was the mannerism in which you spoke to me like I was a child. Don't do that. Why are you watching me from 2 hours away telling me not to open something that I'm about to pay for? She gonna tell me to leave the store. I told her to call the police.
Okay, now that was the audio. So now we're going to get into the nitty gritty, which is my opinion. Okay, now one thing about it and two things for sure. I work in retail. You guys already know. So they always tell us if we think somebody is stealing, if we think that someone is like trying to do some funny shit, we're supposed to follow them and report the shit and have everybody else on board. Me personally, I don't like to follow them folks around. I really don't like to follow them people around because these folks can have guns and shit. Like, I don't like to follow these people around. I really don't like to put my life in danger for the sake of for the sake of a retail store that ain't gonna give a fuck about me when they gun my ass down. Like, I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just being real when it comes down to that. But they do want us to do that if they look suspicious. However, I don't think that Tammy was coming in there to steal shit. I mean, what the fuck she gonna steal for? Like, that don't make any sense. You know what I mean? But it could have honestly been a situation where she was racially profiled. You know what I mean? Like, because what other reason would it be for the woman to follow her around? But one thing I will say, Tammy, is that regardless of whether you're going to pay for it or not, I would prefer you not to open up shit until you pay for it. Because when I'm in the store, I don't open shit. I don't open shit. I don't do shit until I swipe my motherfucking debit card. Once I swipe that debit card and that receipt pop out, that's when I open the shit. Because I don't want nobody trying to say I'm stealing nothing. Okay. And yes, everybody in the store knows you and everything like that. But when it come down to it, it's just some shit that you just don't need to be doing. And I just think that although I don't think you did anything wrong in particular, I don't. But at the same time, I still think that you could have handled it a little bit better. Like, at the same time, though, if she did talk to you like that, she deserved everything that you gave her. Every fucking thing that you gave her, she fucking deserves it. I'm not here to take her side on nothing. Because even though I work in retail, some people do have attitude issues. You know what I mean? Sometimes they do talk to you crazy. That's true. They do. I've seen it with my own two eyes. They do. Because sometimes I have a fucking attitude. I ain't gonna lie. But at the end of the day, I understand that. And you did the right thing by getting CVS involved so they can investigate the situation. So I can't be mad at it. And I ain't mad at it. You did what you were supposed to do. But I would prefer, like I said, if it were me, I just wouldn't have opened the shit up until I paid for it. Like, it is what it is, because these folks would think any damn thing. You know what I'm saying? So, but I ain't mad with you. Yeah, you annoy the fuck out of me, and I don't really like your ass like that. But I definitely agree with what you were saying. So no worries, hun. No harm, no foul. You just dealt with the ignoramus as a damn customer service rep. That's all that was, child. So it'll be all right, girl. Okay, so next up is Lil Nas X, his daddy, and Boosie Badass. Okay, so we finna talk about them. Now, as you guys already know, we talked about it over the weekend that Lil Nas X was trolling Boosie, talking about they're gonna work on a song together, and in return, Boosie told him to commit suicide, and that the world would be so much better without him, and nobody wants him on this earth. I've seen a couple of ignorant ass females comment up under my post talking about Boosie was right, he wasn't wrong. Somebody said you can't control how nobody responds. Lil Nas X should have never said nothing to Boosie. He never should have been trolling him in the first place. Well, bitch, if he never should have been trolling him, Boosie shouldn't have been talking about him in every motherfucking interview that he does. I don't see how anybody is trying to make Boosie the fucking victim here, because he's not. He's been talking about Lil Nas for months now. He's threatened violence on this boy. He's done countless interviews about this boy. He's been getting all this attention because of this boy. This boy say one thing, and now he want to tell the boy to commit suicide and want to get all sensitive. Boosie is just like the neighborhood bully. You can bully motherfuckers all day, but the moment somebody give you some of that work, you want to cry and do all this other stuff, and now you want to fight. They're just like the boy that bullied me in the 7th grade. He was bullying me all damn day, sending me papers, sending me notes with mucus in it, rubbing and touching on me in inappropriate spots. And the moment I kicked his ass in the nose, now he want to fight me. Bitch, you should have left me alone. How about that? But y'all love going up for the bully, though. Y'all love going up for the bully. So Lil Nas X daddy came in with a message, okay? He came in with a message, honey. And this is what he said. How the hell you're a gangster rapper promoting drugs, gun violence, degrading women, getting high every video, talking about you're for the kids. Man, sit your old man looking ass down. The game has passed you. We real bankhead over here, not like the guy who claims it. Champions. Ooh. The daddy say he ain't here for the bullshit, Boosie. He ain't here for the motherfucking bullshit. We love to see a black father take up for his black gay son. We love to see it. We love to see it. Everybody was talking about it. Lil Nas X daddy came into the picture with the shit. And now Boosie responds with, don't get mad at me because your son came out like that. LOL. I know it hurts. Okay, Lil Boosie, if that's the case, are you hurt because your daughter came out to be a stud? Are you hurt about that? So you need to keep your mouth off other people's kids. The same reason why you need to keep older women's mouth off your 12-year-old son. That's what you need to do, okay? That's what the fuck you need to do. Talking about, I know you hurt. He ain't hurt, bitch. He ain't hurt. He know exactly what the fuck his son is, just like you know what the fuck your daughter is. And people can sit up here and try to make all the excuses in the world for Boosie, talking about he grew up with a Christian family and all this other stuff, and he don't support this and he don't support that. And then you got ignorant ass men like T.I. talking about he's the voice of a generation. He not the voice of nobody but for ignorant ass people like T.I. and the baby and that local ATL rapper that wanted to have something to say when don't nobody give a fuck about him or his opinion. You know, people like that. He's the voice for those type of people. Don't nobody give a fuck about Lil Boosie and what the fuck he got to say. Because at the end of the day, Lil Boosie is just mad because Nas X has came in as a gay man, as a rapper, as a musician, and surpassed Boosie in anything he's ever done. Boosie don't sell no records. The radio don't play Lil Boosie songs. Don't nobody give a fuck about what he got to say. He don't get to perform on no major stages. Lil Nas X does. Lil Nas X is the one with 3 number 1 albums. I mean, 3 number 1 singles. Lil Nas X is the one with the successful album. Lil Nas X is the one with the Grammys. Lil Nas X is the one that's winning the awards. He's the one performing. When are you gonna do it, Boosie? When are you gonna do it, Lil Boosie? When are you gonna fucking do it? But instead, you gotta do interviews to talk about him. You gotta be relevant through him. That's what the problem lies in. You can't be relevant for your music because don't nobody give a fuck about it. You only relevant because you're talking about somebody that's more relevant than you. It gotta hurt, bitch. That's all I'm gonna say about that. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. Like Lil Boosie is a jealous ass nigga. They mad because a homo dude is beating them at their own game and is no longer a straight man's world anymore. We're here, bitch, and that's just something that you have to understand, and that's just something that you got to deal with, okay? Now, with that being said, y'all, this be your boy, Scotty by Nature TV. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Also, click the notification bell, honey, so you can be notified whenever I drop a video. Also, if you want to follow me on Instagram or Twitter, be sure to follow me. It will be in the description box. Also, if you want me to follow you back on IG, all you got to do is hit up the DMs with the message hashtag Team Scotty, and your boy will follow you back. You better ask somebody. I do follow back. And plus, I'm trying to up my damn social media presence, okay? So I can interact with the people, all right? So with that being said, you guys, your boy Scotty is out of here. Until my next video, I will holler at y'all later. Peace out.
We can always find our way to a fun moment, even in the shady bunch.